My name is Octavio Couto, and we're gonna talk about outstanding human being that I had the privilege to meet, Mark Redding.
Always look at this one because I'm going to move a lot with this one.
Let me talk with the camera.
And you can drink your coffee while you do it, everything.
Absolutely. All right.
Go.
Go.
Yep. So you could just tell me a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Absolutely. All right. My name is Octavio Couto, and what a nice, special, outstanding invitation to be part of this documentary. It's so many things that we can talk, things that I have to think, like there's a flash on my mind. We're gonna talk about outstanding human being that I had the privilege to meet Mark Redding. We are 2020. We were able to meet the first time in 2011, the end of 2011, and then we start sharing the mat since 2012, in the beginning of 2012. Share the mats in the way that I call the danger pajamas, sometimes with no gear, getting chokes and bars, and see how that the growing of his start, his Redding martial arts in 1996. He also to me was very interesting when I saw that he started his gym in 1996, and that was the year that I got my black belt, 1996. When he started his gym, that's the year that I got my black belt. So I saw that those sometimes if you think in mathematically way, you have those sometimes magic numbers, so in the coincidentally aspect of he started his gym at 996, got my black belt 996, and he opened his gym, his academy actually, more than a gym, his school of martial arts, because he came from Kempo, Karate, and all the different martial arts styles that he was accomplished. I believe one of the last ones that was accomplished was exactly getting into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in that very young age. He was 16 years old. He opened his first school at that age with his brother at the time as well too. And I was, as time passed, think about that. It's meant so many crazy things and challenging things in a good way, the audacity of it, in a good way that you throw yourself into believe that you can do something with your passion, but not just be just a pure dream that you just wait for the passion without having the reality that you're gonna open school, you're gonna interact with people, you're gonna teach people, you're gonna pay your bills from that. You have to make all the process work. And the most important at the end of that, how you start influence lives of the other people surrounding you, that kind of like cosmos of energy that started influencing the way that through martial arts, I can say specific about Jiu-Jitsu. I've been Jiu-Jitsu for now 34 years. They are like about 24 years. Having that feeling that how that through Jiu-Jitsu we can influence in a very positive way the lives of people. Because it's not easy. It's something that you're grappling, you're very close of someone. A lot of times maybe you start having more close contact with someone that even your maybe that even with your kids or even with your husband or your wife. The time that we spend like sometimes that closer, so that gives a lot of different levels of how to communicate and get through, know people each other, and that helps to people open up, be vulnerable, because you do with a lot of frustrations, you learn a lot of things, you start executing things, and then you start not be struggle to execute things, and then you have to practice, you have to performance, you have to be aware of it in a very particular angles. Speak about Mark, you see like he's always intense, very intense, that he can be like very, when I started like guiding him in Jiu-Jitsu in 2012, baby, like put more in the aspect of body mechanics that he can see more in that way. And it was fascinating to me that because it thinks some concepts that was working with here, how not grab so much, attention your posture. He was starting immediately already related with his previous martial arts that he was still doing teaching. And I can see all his eyes like, man, that makes much more sense, it kind of like makes more simple to you. But his intensity was like the same way that he's that flash, like, oh man, oh that's nice. He was already, okay, what's the next? What's next? Like he always, in a good way, he always hungry to keep the evolving, the development, and not just use his body, his mind, and his business, and he's involved in there. He's a lab, and everything goes well. He immediately share. The thing goes well, even the things that doesn't go well, they have no shame in that. Hey, no, I don't know that. I'm still working on that. And they'll see that the school that's been open here in Denton since 1996, one of the first martial arts schools. I already see how his students that start with him when he was like 15 years old. With like 15 years old, they still train with him. Or maybe 10 years old, some kids, and then over there he's still there. So how he was already able to influence some generation over here in Denton in a very positive way, to see as a martial arts, to be an artist in a martial arts as well too. Not so much the idea to see how you're doing that just for self-defense, you protect yourself, you're going to be like maybe going to the fight, you're going to be a fighter. Yeah, there is some people goes there, there's maybe to training for that, everything, but that's a very small part of the big picture. That in the end, even if you became a fighter, you fought, because some students became professional fighters. After that, they still continue and they really appreciate everything from the beginning, be as artists in the martial arts aspect. And Marco represents that. Few people that I met in Jiu-Jitsu that really represents a true martial arts artist, because he is not just black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, black belt. All the styles, in every single style, he put a tremendous commitment. That make me wonder, say, man, I will be able to beat those days, that because to me the day is only 24 hours, but for Mark it looks like, the day is more than 24 hours, because the things that he can accomplish is be amazing. I'm definitely proud, be very touched to be leaving some words over there, and they say how he's inspiring people, how was be able also to help here a little bit for in the big picture of view, and it could benefit how I be inspired for all his commitment. So, listen, Barry, Mark, Barry, keep it going. We are part of that. Happy with that. Good?
Perfect.
Hi.
Ciao, come stai?
Bene, tu?